So this little guy is one of Lexi's babies, born 6 days ago. And he fed for the first day. Zoe, stop it. Dogs are arguing. And then afterwards he wouldn't suckle and he was losing weight. So he went into the vet for 24 hours and they fed him hourly. And then I picked him up and I had to continue with the feeding. So yesterday was the first day that he started putting on weight. So he started at 86 grams and dropped down to about 76 grams over the 4 days. And then last night he started putting on weight and he was 81 grams. And this morning I came in and he was actually latched and feeding on his own. And he's 83 grams. And he's 6 days today. So it's been full on. I've had to take time off work to care for him. It's pretty exhausting. It's like having a newborn baby again, you know, getting up every 2 hours, setting the alarm, getting up, half asleep, feeding him, going back to bed. But hopefully he's turning the corner. He's still certainly not out of the woods by any means. I may still lose him because he's such a tiny little thing. But as you can see, he's feeding. He's getting stronger. He's always on a heat pad. In his bed he's on an electric heat pad. Under here he's on one of those heated bean bags. So always keep him nice and warm, because a chilled puppy can die very quickly. So yeah, just thought I'd show you. Haven't been really painting much because I've been caring for him and just exhausted. Have a little sleep in the middle of the day. But yeah, hopefully he'll be all right. Won't you, little guy? Okay, I think that's about enough, hey? I think that's about enough. There's probably a little bit more milk in the actual teat. Squeeze that and see if you can get that out, hey? Or have you had enough? Hey? You might have had enough. So I'll need to toilet him now and then pop him back with his mum and his brother and his sister. You're looking for more, are you? Sucking my finger. All right. Oh, Izzy, he's not your baby. No, he's not. He's Lexi's baby. Izzy likes him anyway. Don't you, Izzy Pops? All right. I'll put him away. Don't push him off. He's just got on. Here we go, little one. There you go. So he just had his feed from me and his bottle. And he's quite happy to have a suckle from Mum. This is his brother and sister here. I just have to be careful that they don't push him off because he's not very strong yet. And they're twice his size. You can have that one, look. Have that one there. No? Alright, move over here. Let him have his feed. In peace. But, no, don't. You're going to push him right off. He's doing really well. A little bit wobbly still, but wow, look at that big pull. He's certainly doing better. Oops, careful, Lexi. Don't knock him off. Any slightest little move and he falls off, so I've got to watch him have his feed. He needs the calories. But yeah, he's certainly improving. Day 6 today. And he's almost back to his birth weight. So hopefully it's a good sign and there's hope for him. Hey, Lexi. All right, see you soon. G'day guys, welcome back. I'm gonna do a bigger canvas now after I've done those two little experiments with adding Vallejo gloss medium to my usual glue and water mix. So doing that, and I finished that other bottle, and look how cute the bottle is. I can put mixed up paints into that. It's a really nice bottle, so yeah, I'm gonna keep those. Score. Right, lots of colours, nice bright colours, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flip cups today. So I'll get myself organised. Still working on the consistency a little bit. The first one I think was a bit thin, the second one was good. This was the first one. Let me just show you. That was it there. That was the first one. I think I over-torched a little bit. And the second one was much better. So less torching. So, and I'm going to use a corner catcher this time too. Yeah. Lots of colours. As I said, I have got, these are all Mont Marte Studio colours. I've got the warm yellow, that's cerulean blue, my navy that I make, I just made phthalo blue and a bit of black. I've got white, that one is turquoise, phthalo blue, that's their brilliant red, and the Naples yellow, I just made that myself. So those are my colours. And I'm not going to layer the same way in all the cups. I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit. I haven't been painting very much for the last week. Some of you may know that my teacup poodle Lexi had her puppies last week. Now I'm just going to put 2 drops in each. Oops, get in there. Oh, that had 3. Oh no, that one's got lots more. Oh dear. Yeah, so she had her puppies last week. Day 2, one of the puppies started losing weight, one of the little boys, and he wouldn't suck. So I quickly rushed him to the animal emergency vet in the early hours of the morning. And as I was sitting there in the waiting room with a puppy that was almost dead, I was on Facebook reading some quite hurtful comments, I must say. I'm going to try not to cry. From Karen from Waterfall Acrylics. Yeah, we have been friends for a while, a year or so. I used to watch her flip cut pours a long time ago, and you guys probably know that I've been inspired by Kathleen Osmore and Courtney Horscher, I think I'd say your name, with my like ghost pours, ripple swipes or whatever. Anyway, I had done this beautiful swipe, and in my haste to pop it up on Facebook, and with a sick puppy on my way to the vet, I posted it and I forgot to put, inspired by Kathleen, and oh my gosh, talk about a backlash. Very, very hurtful. So I'm sitting there trying to hold back tears in the vet clinic, listening to these awful comments. So anyway, I quickly added, look, I'm sorry, Kathleen, I was in a hurry. I've added you. I've always, put inspired by Kathleen on all my videos. This one time I forgot. I was in a rush. I had a half-dead puppy, and, it slipped my mind. So sorry that my puppies come first. But anyway, it happened. Horrible, nasty comments from Karen. Blocked me on all sorts of sites and things. So there you go. Very, very, very hurtful. Very upset. I haven't poured very much this week. A, because I've been very hurt, and B, because I've been nursing a very sick puppy. I've been up feeding him every 2 hours for the last week. He's 7 days old today. The first 5 days he lost weight. Every day he lost weight. It wasn't until yesterday that he actually started putting on some weight, and I've cut back his feeds. But I've been up every 2 hours during the night feeding him. I've cancelled my shifts this week to stay with him, to feed him. If I left to go to work, you know, I'd have a dead puppy. And, you know, a lot of people, I guess, they couldn't care less if their puppy died. But I'm not like that. You know, my animals come before my painting. I don't do this for a business. It's not a business for me. Obviously, some people, it is a business for them. But for me, it's not. I don't make paintings specifically to sell paintings like some people do. I don't do auctions. So yeah, look, I was just so upset, so disappointed that my so-called friend could, you know, just turn like that on me. So yeah, very upset. But anyway, moving on. It's like being back at school with the bullies, isn't it? Right, now, as I said, I'm going to layer each cup a little bit differently, and I'm going to do flip and drags. The last one, those little experiments I did, they were just flips. But I'm going to do flip and drags and see what happens. I don't want to put white in there, I don't know. So anyway, I know you guys probably didn't want to hear all that, but for me, I just had to get it off my chest. It's been bothering me. Yeah. So moving on. So this paint's pretty thick. I did find that I had to keep it quite thick. Otherwise, once the cells grew and I started stretching, everything just moved, not stretched way too much. So that's what I've done. Kept it a little bit on the thick side. Oh no, I don't want to put white on the red, do I? That wouldn't be good. What can I put on the red? Oh, some of this will do. I want to put white on the red, obviously. Make it pink. Oh, you can have a little bit of turquoise. So just, I don't know how these are going to turn out, changing them around so much. So I'm going to use up all my colours, layer them in different orders. What next? Oh, I do like this blue, the phthalo blue next to the bright red. That turned out really pretty last time. So let's do that. In my little test piece, it turned out really pretty. And I've got lots of white. I didn't actually have white in my test pieces, but I've made up a big cup of white this time to see what happens. Let's finish off the red. So, because I've got today off work, I'll try and do a few more pours. I've cut back my puppy feeding to every 4 hours now instead of every 2 hours. And he's doing so well. You know, I put the video on at the beginning of this little pour so you can see how he's doing. He's so much stronger. You know, he wouldn't even suck. He was losing weight. He was pretty much on death's door almost a week ago. So yeah, hard work, persistence. There were many times, I can tell you, at 1 o'clock in the morning where I'd set my alarm. I'd only be asleep for an hour and a half, and 4 or 5 days along, I thought, oh, I can't do this anymore. But I'm not one of those people that can just say, oh, he'll be fine, you know. Just leave him and let nature take its course. I guess many people would. But if I didn't do that, he would be dead. And that's not who I am. I can't do that to a little puppy. So I'd rather, you know, be out of pocket, lose my shifts at work, lose my friends, apparently, than lose my puppy. So that's just who I am. My puppies come first. Now, what else do I need? I'm just trying to get them all similar amount of paint in them. It does look very thick, doesn't it? I hope I've made the right decision here. Yes, you can have a little bit more white. And oh no, you can't have any more. You're full enough as it is. You can have some navy. How about that? You have some navy. Oh, and you can have some navy. And let's finish this little bit of cerulean blue. Sorry it's taking so long. It takes much longer to layer cups individually as it does, you know, when you just go from one to one to one to one and over the top. So it's a bit slower, but so feel free to fast forward. You don't want to hear me whinging. Yeah, but thank you. You know, I appreciate you guys listening. I had to get things off my chest. Appreciate that. You guys feel like friends, you know. I talk to you pretty much every day of my life for the last 18 months. And I just get so used to you guys being there and listening to me and feel as if you're all there for me. So yeah, sharing your lives with me. I'm sharing a little bit of my life with you. It's lovely. It really is. Nearly there. Nearly there. Okay, that's that one gone. What else have I still got? A little bit of Naples. Okay, let's pop the Naples yellow on top of the white. This is going to be very interesting, isn't it? I don't think I've ever done a pour where I've done all the colours differently in the cups. Have I? I have for sandwich pours, but I don't know that I've done it for this style of pour. Correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe I have. Would have been a while ago though. Okay, now there's a tiny little bit of this left, and I'm just going to pop that on top of the blue there. So I made 1 cup of each colour, and I made 2 cups of the white, and I just added them both together in the 1 cup, just to make it easier to pour. And a little bit of white left. Where will I put you? A little bit of white. You can just go there. And that is it. All right, thanks for being patient. Let's get on with this pour. I need a happy, bright pour. I need a pour that works well. I need some happiness in my life today. All right, that's all that done. Okay, guys, are we ready? I just had to pause it and turn the air conditioner on. I was getting hot. Righto, let's do this. That wasn't a very good drag, woman. Oh my gosh. Okay, 1 down, 5 to go. Someone's got a lot of blue and yellow in it. Let's see what this one's doing. Well, this one's got more orange in it. Pretty, pretty. Oh, red. So we're all going to be matching, but not the same, hey? Now, I don't want to put any of that paint back on the surface that's in the cup, because it can be a little bit muddy. Okay. Oh, and a pretty blue and yellow one to finish it off with. Okay, there's my corners done. Stuck all these cups up. I don't think I'm going to need those again. I've got plenty of paint to work with. So, I don't know if I'll use that, we'll see. I'm just going to go over the edges first. I probably should use the corner catcher really. The whole idea is to keep as much paint on the surface as I can. Oops, without losing too much. Oops, see, I'm losing it over the edge there. All right, let's put that back. That's one corner done. Carry that around there. Those colours are amazing. Okay, hang on to this corner. And just go up there. Again, don't want to lose too much off the edge. How did I do? Is there much down there? Oh, it's not too bad. It's still dripping. Bring it back. Take the weight of it back. Okay. Oh, look at those colours. Woohoo! I guess I've still got that. That's because I've put this here and it's kind of stopped that from going over. Tricky. Maybe I shouldn't pour paint back on the corners if I don't want that to happen. Oh, look at that. No, I went right into the corner there and back. I don't know. I'll just have to have a little practice with it. That kind of worked. Look at that. Last one. Hang on to that. What will I hang on to over here? A foot. Okay. Well, that did its job well, didn't it? Where am I going to put it? I'll just leave it there for now. Wipe my hands. I know, I automatically straighten lines, don't I? And I was saying I don't mind with a little bit of movement, but I always seem to straighten my lines. Okay, let's torch and see if we can get any magic to happen. Get too close just yet because the Vallejo seems to be quite reactive, I've found. Oops, popping bubbles. Come on, cells, up you come, please. There they come. They're only a little, but oh goodness, look how they just all popped up when I wasn't even paying attention. Got the air conditioner blowing down on me. I think it's kind of interfering with the heat from the torch. Little cells at the moment. I was expecting them to be a little bit bigger at this stage. Turn that off for a minute and we'll just wait and see what happens. When I did my test pieces, the cells were bigger at this stage, so I don't know why that it's different. Not sure. Maybe it's got something to do with dragging, because the other ones were just flip cups, so the paint was a lot thicker. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, let's start tilting anyway and see what happens. See if I can get some of these cells to grow. And I think I'll just walk back and forth as I normally do with the paint. See if I can get them to open up a little bit. I've opened them a little bit. They're not as pretty as they were in my test piece. I don't know why. Not sure. Try to do something on a bigger section, a bigger canvas. It just doesn't work the same, does it? Sometimes. I wonder why. You know, same paint, same mixture, same ratios. It's just different. It's strange. Okay, let's walk back that way and see what I can get. I think my other test piece, my smaller ones were better, were brighter. I don't know why this one's not behaving the same way. Don't know. That down for a minute and just have a look at it. So the cells have opened up. I wonder if I can get them to stretch a little bit more even. I'll turn it around because I'm going to tilt. I prefer to tilt it away from me. I just want to see if I can get some of this down here off a little bit. So zigzag up and down. You can go off a little bit there, off the blue. Come back a bit. I think that corner's going to have to stay. I can't really do anything with that corner. Okay, well, I think that's about it. I don't think I can do any more than that. It's certainly not as bright as the previous one. But yeah, still happy with it. Got a lovely blurred background, you know, different shades, so that's pretty. That one's more blue, more yellow, sort of a purpley blue. This one's got a bit of a purpley. I guess that's what happens when you mix so many colours. You know, you do tend to get some third or fourth colours happening. But there we go. Let me just wipe the sides here a little bit. And then I shall take you down for a close-up. Oops, missed a bit. Look at that. There's a bit of a corner missing there. I think I did pretty well getting over my corners this time. Go around the back of the tripod and just scrape that. Let's pop a little bit of paint just there, because you look a little bit muddy, that corner. Yes, you do. Wipe that off. It looks to me as if my mix was a little bit thick, which is odd because it's the same consistency as the test piece was. I don't know, maybe it must have something to do with the dragging maybe, because the other one I just flipped, so I had a big thick puddle of paint. And this one, you know, I've dragged, so maybe it does make a difference. Maybe I'll do it again and just do like 3 big flip cups and see what happens. Maybe I should just skip the whole Vallejo thing, but I was so impressed with the previous one that I did. I'll show you this little guy. Take my rubber gloves off. Because look how pretty he is. I was hoping for the same thing, but obviously not. So that was the flip cup. This is the flip and drag. Must have something to do with it. I don't know what though. Alright, let me take you down for a close-up. Still really pretty though, like it really is pretty. But yeah, going from a little canvas to a big canvas is always a bit tricky. What you can do on a little one easily, you may not be able to do so easily on a big one, I found. So there we go, look at that. Blue background. I'm just trying to zoom it out a little bit. It's a bit close. Whoops. Okay, so this one, we've got a bit of green, sort of aqua happening under there, haven't we? I'm standing in the light. Some white there. That cup must have had a lot of white in it. So I'm thinking that the drag, the flip and drag, the background, well, it's not as stripy as I normally would get, is it? Sometimes I get it quite stripy. Cells are pretty. Are you going to focus? Beautiful blue background there with the turquoise cells in them. So there you go. I don't know if I'm a fan of doing each cup separately, because there's some sections that I really like and then some sections that I think, oh, that didn't really work very well. But when you do them, when you layer your cups all the same, you do tend to get more of a, I don't know, same look, I guess, don't you? Yeah. All right, leave it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me vent. I feel better now. It's time for feed the little puppy anyway, so I'm going to go and do that. Make a cuppa and sit down with him and have a bit of a cuddle. Cuddle my puppies, they always make me feel better. Right, thanks for watching. Thank you for all your love and support, lovely comments. And I will, of course, see you for the next pull. Bye for now.